Hello, y'all. Welcome or welcome back to another video. My name is Amani if you're new here. And y'all, let's get right into it. Today, I just want to talk about living a slower, a softer, more intentional life and just giving you some tips that will help you in this thing called life, that will help you be more intentional and be more softer, especially as women. Society in this world, at least here in America, they don't push, live a soft life, live a slower life, get closer to God, meditate, spend time doing what you like to do and with those that you like to do it with. Ain't nobody really pushing that for real. It's more of like hustle, 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 grind, do what you got to do to make it in this life. Work until you burn out. Don't take time for yourself. Go eat fast food because you're not making time to nourish your body, or don't put effort into your looks because whatever. Just know, like, we have to take time, intentional time, to do the things that we need and that we want to do for ourselves. And you have to identify what it is that you like, what it is that you value, what is important to you, and create time within your schedule to do these things and to be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Life is not a race. Life is not about getting to the end. Every day we wake up, we're getting closer to the end. From the time we were born, the clock started. We're on the clock. And so this whole rhetoric of, you got to do this, you got to be here, you got to be everywhere, you got to be everywhere at once, doing everything. Like how? Okay, you're one person. And so just take a deep breath and relax. Sit back, kick back, and understand that life is a journey. Okay, we can only do so much within a day, within the 24 hours that we have. And it's not even really 24 hours because we sleep half the time, okay? We're asleep for 7-8 hours. However your life is set up, you got to understand that you have to take intentional time to just smell the roses, okay? And I'm going to give you like some areas that I am implementing or have started implementing and I think are necessary to cultivate this space of being at peace, of living life, not always in a hurry and always trying to get somewhere. Like, honestly, like, I just look around sometimes, like when I'm driving out or, going to wherever I'm going. Sometimes people are just really in a rush. Like, where y'all in a rush to get to all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, be for real. Like, I know people like have to be certain places at certain times, like with jobs or whatever the case may be. Well, I think it's important, to practice being on time so you're not wasting other people's time or your own time. I think it's just like, just relax. Live life at a slower pace, even with the phones and social media. And we got Amazon. We can get something, delivered to our house in 1 to 2 days. Like, everything's just faster paced and we want everything now. When it's like, that's not how things operate all the time. And we have to come back down to the reality of life, which is, living in the moment, cherishing where you are right now, and not looking so far ahead all the time and, what you want and what you want to have in the future, that you're not even taking time to just bask in the moment, do things that you enjoy now. Sometimes it's just the little things, you know what I mean? You can have this excuse all day that you're too busy, you don't have enough time to do, whether it be skincare or you want to get your nails done or you want to have a self-care day or you want to take time to cook yourself a meal or go work out or, take time to do something that you enjoy, that is therapy to you, or to, spend time growing spiritually, whatever it may be. Your excuse can't be that you don't have enough time, okay? I believe that we make time for the things that we want to make time for. You're going to make time to go watch your favorite show. You're going to make time to, go do what you really want to do and go see who you really want to see. You know what I'm saying? So That ain't an excuse, okay? And if your schedule is more tighter or you have kids or whatever the case may be, if you're on a tight schedule, you got to plan just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to now go through a list of a few things that I believe is going to help you, get into a softer mode, a slower life, a more intentional life, just being more grounded and more in the moment. And kind of like I already covered for number one, practice mindfulness. Be in the moment. Stop thinking about the past all the time. Stop thinking about the future all the time. Stop trying to, work everything out because you're not going to anyway. Just trust God and take a deep breath. And, feel everything in that moment. Smell everything in that moment. Hear everything going on. And just be present. And number two, set your priorities. What is important to you? What do you value? What activities do you enjoy? You know what I'm saying? And set time aside within your schedule to allow time for that. And number three, simplify your schedule. Don't overbook your schedule. Stop saying yes to everybody. And say no sometimes if you know you don't have time to do it that day, but you don't want to let somebody down, or you're trying to put it all in your schedule because you think you're a superwoman or you think you're Superman. No. Okay? Don't overbook yourself. Don't overbook your days. Don't overbook your weeks. You know what I'm saying? You are priority. Your health is priority. Your self-care is priority. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, but you can't pour from a cup, your cup. Imagine yourself being a cup right now. You can't pour yourself out into other people, into the world, if you on E, if you're empty, if your health is not in order, if your mind and mental space is not in order, if your spirituality and your everything, your entire being is not in order. You can't perform at optimum level and be there for other people and be the best you when you're not focusing to some level on yourself. We're not here to be selfish. This life is about community and relationships. One piece of life is about community. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, don't wear yourself out trying to please everybody, okay? And I think this is number four. Embrace slow living habits. You know what I'm saying? Go take a walk outside. If you're into art, if you're artistic, go on a picnic and get some art tools and draw or paint or whatever the case may be. Sit outside, enjoy nature, watch the trees blow. I know this sounds like really like boring to some people or like really, but no, like it's needed. It's needed. And, take some breaks from the phone. I know like Gen Z and millennials and, my whole generation, we have grown up on the phone. We pretty much have grown up on some sort of social media. It's within us to have the YouTube, to have the TikTok, to have the Instagram. If you're still using Facebook, to have the Facebook. And so, it's important to take breaks from the phone. You know what I'm saying? Put the phone down, flip it over, put it on D&D, and just look up for 2 seconds, okay? Your mind doesn't always have to be filled with somebody else talking or somebody else, entertaining you through the phone. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, our minds can be overstimulated and we can't even focus on, what's in front of us or who's in front of us or what's going on in our own lives because we're always trying to distract ourselves or whatever the case may be. Take a break from the phone. Number 5 is mindful eating, paying attention to how you eat your meals, taking time to cook. And in those moments, putting the phone down or playing some jazz music or playing some music that, soothes you, whatever music that may be for you. I know jazz is good for me because I like the vibe. I like the, that peaceful, soothing, calming vibe that music brings to me when I'm doing something like that. And I light a candle too. Whatever brings you at peace, do that, okay? In a world that can be chaotic, whatever can bring you peace, do that, okay? And so with that being said, be mindful about what you're cooking, what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Take time to cook meals. Take time. And if you're not cooking all the time, take time to just eat and embrace the flavors slowly. And I'm still working on this. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'll cook a meal. I'll take the time to cook a meal, cook a good, nice meal. And then I'll sit down and I'll devour it like somebody's about to take my plate, or like I gotta be somewhere, or like somebody gonna steal my food. Like, I kill food. Like, I eat food. Like, vacuuming it off the plate is going so fast. Like, girl, like, slow down. It's not going anywhere. Okay? The food is not going anywhere. And I've always been like that. I've always been kind of like a fast eater for whatever reason. I don't know if I'm just hungry or what, but like, I be eating fast. And I'm like, girl, like, I have to catch myself in the moments, because like, the food be gone before I can even sit down. You know what I'm saying? All that time you take to cook a good meal or to order a good meal, take time to enjoy the flavors and to enjoy the experience of eating, because that food do be good. If you got a good meal, that food do be good. And I'd be like, dang, like, I wish I would have enjoyed that a little bit more than I just did. You know what I'm saying? Acting like I've never had a meal before, or, whatever the case may be. Take time to eat slower. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds like a little bit, okay, like, now she telling me how to eat now, but y'all, I'm in the same boat. Like, these things really do help. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being more aware, being more intentional, putting the phone down even while you eat. You know what I'm saying? It's a game changer. Like, just, eating or looking out the window, or just, in your own thoughts. And then the next thing, I don't know if this is number 5 or number 6, but we gonna get it together. The next thing is create a routine. Create a routine that brings a sense of calm to your life, whether that be, waking up in the morning early enough to have a morning routine, get your tea, get your coffee, sit down, meditate, light a candle, take a shower, or take a hot bath, whatever you need to do to bring you a sense of peace, a sense of calm, do that. You know what I mean? It's so important. Even at night, have a night routine. I know it's not always going to be the same every single night, but for your overall life, have a routine that you live by, that you stick by, that includes things that are important to you, self-care, or doing a workout at night, or, stretching, listening to some good music, while you're cooking at night, whatever the case may be. Like I said, just doing that to create an atmosphere that is enjoyable to you. Find these little pockets, these little details in life that we usually look over. And then the next thing is limit multitasking. I don't think a whole lot of us have the capacity to do multiple things at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm a one-track mind. I'm doing a video right now, and that's all I'm doing right now. You got to do one thing at a time, okay? I can't even imagine trying to do 2 things at once right now. That's overwhelming to me. That is just a breeding ground for your mental space to start crashing. You know what I'm saying? Do one thing at a time. Like I said, you can only get a certain amount of things done in one day. That's it. That's how life is set up. Brick by brick by brick, step by step by step, every day. You're getting closer to maybe your goals, or to maybe things that you're trying to accomplish or get done for work, or get done in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? One at a time. Yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Like I said, just take time daily to just do practices that ground you, that bring you back to things that are actually important. You know what I'm saying? Cultivate that space. Cultivate a space of just being in the flow of what your body needs, what your spirit needs, what your soul needs. You know what I'm saying? Don't resist the flow. And what I mean by that is, even when it comes down to your physical body, don't resist the flow. When your body is maybe tired, or you need to lay down, or maybe your body, needs to eat. Don't ignore, your urges when you need to eat. You know what I'm saying? When you need to maybe work out, or Whatever the case may be, go with the flow. Even when it comes to creativity within your life, within your work, whatever, go with the flow. Stop trying to resist. Okay, that's not being, in an energy of just going with God, going with the flow of life. Go in a softer and more intentional way. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, y'all, I hope you got something from it, and we'll chat in the next video.